okay, this is what's going on, this is what's going to happen, and then back to it. And I just kind of one last little bit of getting myself psyched up. It's nothing specific really, just it's time to go. It's go time. So
I usually actually try to kind of do a little bit different. Like I think of my cues like during a race to keep my form and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes when you're racing, that stuff goes out the window, and because you're just trying to run so hard and you lose track of the things that are going to help you run faster. So I kind of try to remind myself of the cues of like keeping my shoulders down, my stride right, like calm my breathing down because I tend to get really nervous right before we start. So I'm like, okay, don't hyperventilate. Just kind of calm down a tad so that I'm like focused and not all over the place.
yeah.
Can I add on to that?
Absolutely.
Just ask another question. So you're on the starting line. Everybody has a race that is higher level than they've ever run before. So for these guys, it'll be the state meet or it'll be a regional meet. For you, it could be the Olympics or World Championships. Once that gun goes off, how do you keep focused? I know you said about cues, but how do you not let all that go out the window? I mean, do you have things that you say to yourself, or what do you do to keep yourself from hyperventilating or panicking?
You go ahead, Al.
For myself, like you're talking about like running in a race that's like such a big race. That's kind of like every race I did this year was like, oh my God, I'm running this, I'm running World Champs, I'm running World Cup. Like every race I went to, I kind of felt like that a little bit. And you can totally freak yourself out, in that sort of situation. So for me, it's like drawing the cues in. And then when I'm racing, it's like, you're fine, stay calm, and just thinking of those cues. Like that's the biggest thing for me is just staying calm. And remembering it takes a long time to be good people. You're not just going to run away from people. People are going to be there. It's going to take a while to break away. It's going to take a while to move up in the pack. And just, so staying calm as I can say.
I think I have to agree with that. I don't know, do you guys do visualization? Have you guys done, so I think the key is to kind of, in your preparation, the hour before your race, when you start your warm-up, to kind of, that's when I'm really going through things. I'm kind of focusing in on specifically what this race is about, what to expect, like who my main competition is going to be, and so that's kind of where I start to gain my focus and really pull everything in. That's that's like probably the hour before, and then when the gun goes off, it's just like she said, cues. We call it cues, where it's whether it's relax, or a lot of times I say to myself, calm mind. Tell my mind, just to relax, because if you get too worked up and fired up about something, then you next thing you know, you're just taken out of it. You're taken out of the race situation. And for me, my struggle this year was we're always worried about running this time. So every time I'd come around, like on the track, I would look at the clock, and so I got so wrapped up in worrying about the clock, and if I was fast, going, oh, I'm too fast, or I'm okay, instead of just being okay and just racing, just old-fashioned neck-to-neck racing, feeding off of your competition, someone makes a surge, whatever. But that was my struggle, was not keeping that focus, and so that's one of the things I've worked on and will be working on towards this year, is just more getting back into the race. And yeah, exactly.